So today I just want to give a little reminder. I was at a practice the other day coaching, and I said, okay, everybody, let's take a water break. And somebody said, oh, no, I'll have a drink after. I'll have a drink after practice, which is fine too. But I just want to be sure that people are aware that for our brain health, it's really important that we have water breaks. And even as a trainer, as a player, and as a coach, it seems possibly not a bad idea to schedule that right into our training. The basic rule of thumb, maybe every 20 minutes or so to have a water break. We really want to avoid any forms of dehydration or low water when we're playing. And depending on the intensity of how much you're training, sometimes your water breaks need to be more frequent. And this is really super important. We should remember that for our brain health, having water is going to actually increase our performance in many ways. And allow us to avoid negative brain health kind of deficits. So for example, if we don't have enough water in our system, our brain actually suffers a bit and it takes longer to respond to things. We call that reaction time when we're talking about sort of that aspect in terms of research. So reaction time of our ability to respond to things is increased a bit. In other words, we take longer to respond when we are lacking the amount of water that we need, when our brains are not having enough water. And we can also have memory deficits. We can also have problems in focused attention, and we can have problems in what's collectively called executive function, which has to do with a lot of things to do with our making decisions and executing behavior quickly, being able to inhibit behavior when we need to, and be flexible in our cognitive control. So yeah, when you really want to take your water, just plain water, to a practice, you want to have a drink before, maybe a cup or something. You want to have a drink after, like a cup or so. But every 20 minutes or so, as a basic rule of thumb, you probably want to have a good half a cup of water. So it's a good couple of mouthfuls. And plain water does it. So let's remember our water and let's remember our water breaks.